Welcome to the stage, Rafael. Am I saying your name right?
Yes, you pronounced it correctly. Thank you for inviting me up. Is it okay to ask a question about Islam?
Sure, that's the reason we're here.
It's a kind of a technical question. Is that okay also?
Oh, sure. So go ahead.
Okay, okay, thank you. In Surah An-Nahl, Surah 16, verses 98 to 100, could you explain what is meant there? Allah is stating there that He will protect the true believers against Satan so that Satan doesn't have any influence over them.
I'm going to have to look it up. So I'm looking it up now. It's going to take a minute for me to go through it. I don't know if, well, while we're looking for it, so we can get the proper verbiage. Or do you have it?
I'll do shaitan rajim. Okay, and do not take your oaths as a means of deceiving one another. Your feet will slip away. So after you have then you will taste the evil consequences of hindering others from the way of life. Such punishment.
So I'm just going to read the English translation that I have. It
Yeah,
says, so
sure.
when you recite the Quran, first seek refuge in Allah from Satan the expelled, from Satan the expelled. So you're seeking refuge from Allah. Indeed, there is for him no authority over those who have believed and rely upon their Lord. His authority is only over those who take him as an ally and those who, through him, associate others with Allah. So, you want to know what I think about that?
Yeah, does that mean that Allah is protecting the true believers against Satan so that Satan doesn't have any influence over those that are truly believers?
So, my understanding is what I take from this is that Satan does not have power over us unless we give it to him. It also draws this, when I read these verses, it draws to mind to me the concept that Satan doesn't really have any power. Like Satan can't make a tree fall down and hit us. Satan doesn't have any power other than the whispering in our ears.
The verse is saying that Satan has only influence over those that befriend him or associate partners with Allah. So that for me implies that if you do not do that, if you do not invite Satan in, nor associate partners with Allah, then Satan can't have influence over you because Allah will protect you.
We are constantly striving to do the right thing. It's not something where, okay, we've done this now, that's it, we're safe. You know, as long as we do this, now we can be guaranteed paradise. We can be guaranteed that we won't be hurt. We can be guaranteed that we won't do the wrong thing.
No, I
And
totally agree. What I was referring to is, for example, that Satan cannot make you do things if you do not invite him. So he doesn't have any influence, power over you, and cannot make you do things or make you see things or make that. That is impossible.
yeah, I think you're right in that regard, that we have a level of accountability for how much we allow Satan to influence our lives.
Yeah,
Nabila?
can I just contribute to what Barakallahu Fik. Mr. Rafael.
Yes.
Um so
So,
this
but
verse you're talking about is just to guard
Shaitan,
ourselves
right?
from Shaitan, to beware of the whispers and the trickery of Shaitan, because Allah has told us it's a retreating whisperer, so we need to beware of Shaitan.
Okay, so that's clear. The understanding is clear, and I already actually referred to the tafsir. For example, Ajalain ibn Abbas, they all say the very same thing, namely that Allah protects those who are true believers, and Satan can tempt you, but can't have influence over those true believers, because Satan has only influence over those that befriend him or associate partners with Allah, which means shirk. So these are the two exceptions to the rule, according to the different tafsirs, major tafsir works. So my follow-up question is then that in Sahih al-Bukhari it's stated that Muhammad came under the spell of black magic, that he imagined certain things which in fact did not occur. So he was under the influence of black magic. Now we know where black magic comes from Surah Al-Baqarah, namely Harut and Marut. which is a satanic instrument to actually influence those, to make them think things which
It's not.
are
Wait. Just I need to stop you there. Black magic is not only from Harut and Marut. That's not the only. That's not where you say is the source of black magic.
let me let
There
me
are
now,
many.
let me rephrase that for you then, Ahmadine.
Okay, good.
Black magic, is it used by God or by Satan?
Now, when it comes to black magic, remember when Allah sent those angels, it was to test these people. So magic in itself, is evil. So we know that yes, magic is mostly used for what? For evil causes. So,
Okay, so
but we can see that Allah sent those angels to test uh, the people in the city they were sent to. So
yeah,
it depends on what magic is used for. So when Allah has ordained that the angels use magic to test some people, you would know that, okay, Allah telling those angels to test someone, this is coming from Allah.
yes, but
And when the
Let's
magic is
let's
now
let
one
used
moment.
let's
for
let
evil,
Rafael finish his question, and then
Yeah,
let's give
because
someone else
it
a chance.
seems,
finish.
because Harut and Marut were teaching people magic. So the
Yeah, to
test
test them,
to test.
yeah.
Okay, but there's a difference, because this is why it's important to let let each other speak, so we can
Okay,
understand
finish your
each
point,
other's
finish your
stand
point,
view.
finish your point.
Because they taught people magic, but the instrument of black magic is for the shayateen. It is for Satan to actually put spells on people and so on and so forth. It is used for the negative, not for the positive, and is therefore a satanic instrument. You can go to, for example, Ibn Kathir. He has a whole chapter on this, about sihr and so on and so forth. So we know that shayateens are using, shayateens are using black magic. So my question is, and it's pertaining to my first question, because Allah states in the Quran that He will protect the true believers from
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa
from
barakatuh.
influence of Satan, because Satan
Alaikum.
has
Walaikum
only
assalam.
influence over those that befriend him or associate partners with Allah. But yet we see in the hadith in Sahih al-Bukhari, which is actually an authentic hadith, it's Sahih, the isnad is good on that. We see that Muhammad came under a certain spell, namely the spell of black magic from a particular Jew. And the result of that spell was that he imagined certain things that didn't occur. For example, the example is given that he thought that he have sexual relations with his wives, but actually it didn't happen. And according to Ibn Ishaq,
No, wait. I need you to stop there. The thing is, sorry, Sister Rose,
Jazakallah.
wherever it is, Sister Rose, wherever it is that we see that there's no authenticity, and then we need to stop the person and let the person clarify.
what
So,
what
can
is
you
not?
give me the hadith? Because the hadith, listen, the hadith
Yeah,
I'm reading right now
yeah,
is Bukhari.
yeah.
In Sunnah.com is Bukhari 6391. So can you give me the hadith you're reading now? Because in 6391, it doesn't say that Prophet ﷺ was imagining some things happening to him. So
Sorry,
please, let's clarify. Let's make sure that we are authentic in whatever we read. Give me the hadith. Just give me the hadith number in Sahih
Abinai,
al-Bukhari.
I thought we had the appointment to let each other speak, right?
No. We can't
You
allow
can't
you to
lie on
speak
our prophet,
falsehood. That's the
brother.
problem.
You can't lie on our
Sorry,
prophet
Exactly. You
sallallahu
can't lie on
alaihi
our Prophet
wasallam.
we
ﷺ.
are
So
not.
yeah,
Let me just go with your hadith then. It's six three
good.
nine one.
Now,
Okay,
should I
can I
read it, or do
proceed
you do
now?
you want me to do you
Let,
want
let,
to read it, or should I read it?
I have it here, no problem. So the
Okay.
first two sentences, it states that Allah's messenger was affected by magic, so that much that he used to think that he had done something which in fact he did not do. And he invoked his Lord for a remedy. Then one day he said, "Oh Aisha, do you know that Allah has advised me as to the problem I consulted him about?" Aisha said, and so on and so forth. My question is pertaining to the first two sentences. So
What's the
the,
isnad, Rafael? What's the isnad of that hadith?
the isnad is narrated by Aisha, and it's
That's
actually
not what the isnad means. That's not what the isnad
the
means.
chain
No.
of narrators.
Sister. Don't worry. The hadith is authentic. Let him continue. Don't worry.
This isnad is sahih because it goes back to the Prophet, and it's authenticated by Imam al-Nawawi and Sheikh al-Albani. And if you go to sunnah.com, you also have the
Don't worry.
authentication right there.
Just continue.
Continue,
Just
Rafael.
continue.
Continue,
Continue.
Rafael.
No problem. So we have the first two sentences that state that Muhammad there was a spell put on Muhammad. There was put sihr, magic on the prophet, that he imagined certain things that didn't occur, right? So there was direct influence over Satan, over Muhammad, pertaining to his thoughts, because he thought he saw things that didn't occur. Now, when you go to Ibn Ishaq, there are different narrations on this, but the spell lasted for 3 to 6 months, depending on which source you actually reply or reference to. So for 3 or 6 months, Muhammad remained in that condition. My question is, how does this relate to the promise Allah made that He will protect those true believers, and that Satan cannot have influence over them if they do not befriend Him nor associate partners with them?
This question is I can't even say it's a it's a good question, but let me just explain. Now, when Allah promises to protect someone, He promises according to His will. Now, let's look at it. The Prophet ﷺ was tested, and all the prophets, you know that the prophets are the most tested, followed by what? The righteous, and then it goes down, 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 according to Iman. So the prophets have all been tested. Now, Allah protects the prophet according to His will. He protects him when He wills, and He can test him when He wills. Now, in this hadith that you've called, the Prophet ﷺ was tested. And this is not the only time that we know that the shaitan is not in his veins, like the way the shaitan, like the qarin, is attached to every Muslim, right? Every human being has a qarin attached to him, has shaitan flowing through his veins. But Allah has protected Prophet ﷺ from that shaitan. In this hadith, the Prophet ﷺ was tested, and it was also tested by humans, because the Jew of the Khaybar, the woman, the Jew who poisoned him with the mutant, with the lamb, that poison affected the Prophet ﷺ. Allah would have protected him from that poison.
Okay,
You know,
I have two responses to that. First of all, first concerning my first claim that Muhammad thought that he had sexual relations with his wife, he actually had
that's a
not.
false
You
claim.
interrupted me. Okay. This is a Sahih al-Bukhari 5765. It's authenticated by Sheikh Al-Albani. So can you open for me
5765.
Sahih 5765?
Okay, I thought you were talking about this particular hadith, this
Yeah, this
6391.
particular. No.
I'm going
There's
to
this.
mute you guys right now.
Why?
And I just want to, I'm muting you because we're kind of going in a circular situation. What I understood, Rafael, the crux of his question was, and without going into the weeds with the different hadith, the question was, if the Quran is saying that Allah is going to protect us from protect the believers from Satan, then why did he allow Prophet Muhammad to be touched by something that was it seems as if it was something satanic?
The question was
No?
a slight different, because the Quran makes the promise to true believers that Allah will protect them against the accursed Satan if they are true believers. Satan has only influence over those that befriend Satan or commit shirk, associate partners with Allah. So this is a promise made by Allah in the Quran. Yet when we see in the life of the Prophet, he was affected by magic, so much so that he thought that he had sexual relations with a wife who he actually had
Okay.
not. Now,
So
can
I'm
I
going
read the
back.
hadith first? Can I read the
No,
hadith
Rafael,
no,
first?
can
no,
you
no,
send me the
no.
hadith in the back
Yeah,
channel, please, brother?
yeah. Can somebody? Of sure, I will give.
Okay, I'm moving Raphael to audience. What I'm getting from what Raphael's question was, what it seemed like he was saying was that Prophet Muhammad apparently is not a true believer, because if he was a true believer, he would have been protected by this verse in the Quran. At least that's what my understanding is where he's going with this. I'm not here to try to get into a big argument about the different uh, verbiage in different hadith. So that's what That's my answer to the question of.
I had never heard of this hadith before. He did send it to me in the back channel. It's quite interesting.
Sister,
So,
can you also send it? Please send it to me too.
who said that, brother?
You send the hadith which is sent to you.
I can send it to Rose. Do you want to link it, Sister Rose?
No, no,
You could
there's
just
no
send it.
need.
Just send
I
it
don't
to.
think there's
Okay.
any need
Please.
to link it
Okay.
now. Just send it to
Okay.
me back
Okay.
channel,
No,
inshallah.
no. We should not even be discussing anything vile relating to any aspect of
No, brother,
Al-Islam.
it's not vile. It's nothing vile. This
Excuse
was
me, if you don't
literally
mind, if you don't mind, please, a hadith that has some slanderous aspects relating to the Messenger of Allah, alayhi salam. So we don't need that, right? So
It's not slanderous.